Today I'm making the ultimate crumb cake, and the secret is definitely in the cake. I actually use a pretty classic pound cake recipe and put it in a shallow pan and then add this beautiful crumb topping that's cinnamony and buttery and fabulous. This crumb cake can be eaten with coffee in the morning, or it can be eaten at night with a little bit of vanilla ice cream right before bed. That's how I like it. This crumb cake is just everything you've ever dreamed of. All right, so let's get started. So we're gonna start out with some butter and sugar in a mixer, and I really like this kind of paddle attachment. This is great for cakes. I'm gonna go ahead and turn our mixer on. Start low, because you don't want the sugar to fly everywhere, but then you can turn it up, and basically you're just taking some softened butter and you're creaming it, which means you're gonna get all the sugar and the butter combined. So basically you're just combining the butter and sugar so it's almost whipped together. It looks nice and fluffy and combined. And we're just gonna go ahead and turn it up a little more and let it go. Okay, so on to the next step. You can see our beautiful creamed butter and sugar, and I'm just going to scrape down the sides with a spatula just so everything combines really evenly. Perfect. And then I'm going to take some vanilla extract and add that right in there. We're gonna do our wet ingredients now. And then I have 4 eggs. Let's see if I can do this without getting shells in here. I'm notorious for getting shells in my batter. All right, 2 out of 4. I'm doing well. All right, one more. Ooh, this one just wants to like hang out here. All right, one more. And she did it. I didn't cheat, I swear, there's no shells. And then we're just gonna go ahead and turn the mixer back on, starting low and then turning it up to medium speed, just to combine all those ingredients and make sure that they're nice and mixed together. So same process, we're going to just make sure the sides are scraped down. You can just scrape your spatula off too to make sure all the goods are in the bowl. And time for our dry ingredients. So we have flour here. It's just all-purpose flour. Dump that right in. And then finally, baking powder. And so this recipe here is pretty much a traditional pound cake. It has butter, sugar, flour, eggs, about a pound of each, but I do add some baking powder in just because you want to make sure that that crumb topping that you add on the top doesn't sink into the cake. If you don't put baking powder in, the crumb will seep down and you won't have a crumb topping. So we're just gonna mix this all together again, starting low and then turning to medium just until they're blended together. Scrape down the sides when needed. Our cake is ready. It smells so good. Oh, it has that strong vanilla smell. Oh, I so badly wish I could try, but I know there's some eggs in there. It's too bad. So I have my grease pan here. It's a 9x13, which is like basically a shallow, large pan. And this is gonna be perfect for our crumb cake. And the next step is to basically just scrape down our mixer and then pour all the batter into this pan. It's time to make the crumb. Yay! It's so easy, and I bet it won't make it into the oven because you're gonna wanna nibble on it before it's even on the cake. So let's start with our flour. We're just gonna put it in a big bowl. It's basically just adding all these ingredients to one bowl and then using your hands to mix them together. Fun, fun. Then you're gonna take some softened butter. This is just room temperature butter. Oh my God. What just happened? the show on the road. I have some cinnamon. I can't believe this. Oh my gosh, it's all over the place. Don't look. And then I have some light brown sugar that's packed down, and quite a bit of it. We're just gonna scoop that right out into our bowl. You might as well just use your hands because you're gonna make a mess like me. And then we have some vanilla. Quite a bit of vanilla here too. Just mix that right in. And then again, you're just gonna use your hands, get right in there. It doesn't matter at all to me apparently, because I'm already a mess. You can use a fork if you want, but to me, the hand method just makes it so much easier, and you can really play with the size of the crumb. So just knead it, kind of mix the butter in with the sugar and the flour until you basically have a nice coarse crumb. Okay, so we have a nice crumble here. It's nice and crumbly. And we're going to just take some big handfuls, and there's no like special way of going about this. We're just making a crumb topping. So go ahead and sprinkle the crumb on as evenly as possible. Use those hands, get in there. Don't spray flour all over yourself like me. But just do this process until all the crumb is used and on the cake. I'm all cleaned up, and this cake is going in the oven at 325 for about 40 minutes until the top looks set and a toothpick comes out clean or with little crumbles on it. Our crumb cake is done. How beautiful is this thing? Don't you just want to eat the whole thing? I want to have a piece of coffee. I want to have a piece of vanilla ice cream, whipped cream. You can see where my weekend is going. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut a piece for myself. See if I can get out this piece without ruining the whole cake. Ooh, I did it. Oh, look at that piece. It's still steaming hot. Oh man, I'm a lucky lady. All I need is cake in my life. Okay, let's try it. Gotta get some of the cake. Oh, it's so fluffy. Oh man. I don't even have words. The cake is moist. It's dense, but also has a lot of air. It's vanilla-y. And then the crumb. I mean, do I even have to describe it? Look at how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh. Wow. Check out the full recipe on Tastefully Grace. You will not regret it.